I'm here at the site of where Dolgen's used to exist over on Burlington in North Kansas City, Missouri. Dolgen's, a department store. And down the road a piece, there's another department store that used to exist in nearby North Kansas City. Along Armour Road is a building which once housed a place called Sam's Department Store. Sam's was located right here, and it was a thriving business. And in the distance, you can see a towering building, one that was built a long time ago. What was it built for, and what does it house today? I am here at the building located at 715 Armour Road, a most imposing building. This building is the site of Park Lofts, but that's not what it was built for. What was it originally? We will find out.
Do you have sufficient data now to answer my questions?
Ron McCoy is warped.
That's time warped?
My segments are complete. Ask your question.
I'm here at the corner of Armour and Howell Streets in North Kansas City, Missouri, in front of a magnificent building. What building is this? What was it built for? Completed in July 1913, the new North Kansas City Sears Roebuck & Company warehouse was designed by George C. Nimitz & Company, architect of the Sears Roebuck & Company mail-order plant in Chicago. The $420,000 nine-story building was constructed of reinforced concrete with terracotta and brick. Measuring 220 feet by 101 feet, the industrial Gothic-styled branch office was actually the cornerstone of a great plant 8 times the size of the building, 13 which the company expected to erect at a later date. The full plan of the Sears Roebuck warehouse, as outlined in the January 1916 issue of Western Architect, was only partially implemented. The building was to contain a large tower in the center at the west end of the existing north facade of the front of a building arranged around the 4 sides of a light court. As in a number of Nimitz' other designs, the tower motif was used not only for its architectural effect, but also as an important accessory to the plant as a water tower enclosure. The expansion of the building also included a large addition to the south, which was planned to flank 2 sides of a large freight depot and connected above a series of bridges. Apparently, land adjacent to the structure had been purchased by Sears Roebuck for the purpose of expansion, but because of onset of World War I, just 1 year after the building's completion, and the eventual construction of a major mail-order plant in Kansas City, Missouri, the erection of the planned additions never materialized. This building was not designed as a mail-order house, but a warehouse to store larger, bulkier merchandise such as farm implements, furniture, and buggies. The central location of North Kansas City was chosen to ensure quick delivery and reduce freight charges on the heavier class of merchandise for customers in Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. Unlike a mail-order facility, orders were sent to the main mail-order plant located in Chicago, as the North Kansas City branch did not maintain an office for receiving orders or addressing correspondence. According to an article in the Kansas City Star, January 8, 1925, Sears Roebuck actually leased the upper 6 floors of the building and continued to maintain their distribution center from this location during World War I. At the close of the war, the building became the home to several prominent businesses, including the National Bellis Hess Company, a major mail order concern and retail chain based in New York, Corn Products Refining Company, Hooven and Allison Company, Curds Harvesters Incorporated, and the Kent Percy Bag Company. At the start of World War II, Stern Slegman Prince Company, coat manufacturers, Bigelow Sanford Carpet, and S.R. Seaver and Company were located in this building. In 1947, several other smaller companies, including Norquay Woolen Company and Coronet Manufacturing Company, leased space at this location. That in the early 1990s, this building housed an antique mall, and I would come here frequently. I love to collect vintage items like Dark Shadows VHS tapes, and in the present day, 2026, I have my own shop. It's called RM Land in the Wild Bunch Antique Mall Flea Market. Perhaps I was inspired by that antique mall in the Bellis Hess building. Sam's, no relation to Sam Walton or Walmart, was one of the first discount department store chains in the Kansas City area. The winking guy logo is about all that is left of the signs. This particular sign is from the free parking lot across the street where the Truman Road location once existed. Now here in North Kansas City off Armour Road, we have Concentra Urgent Care located in the building where Sam's Bargain Town once existed. And a photograph from Christmas 1968, my grandmother McCoy and me, with a game possibly purchased at Sam's Department Store. Dolgen's in nearby North Kansas City. It started as a pawn shop in the 1920s, then grew into a catalog showroom for several decades that closed in 1991, and the entire company shut down by 1997. There's still a Dolgen's Fine Jewelry in Overland Park, but not sure if it's connected to the older business or not. Yes, Dolgen's was founded in the 1920s as a small pawn shop in downtown Kansas City, Missouri by Louis Dolgeno. David Dolgeno, the son of Louis Dolgeno, transitioned the business away from the pawn model, moving to a larger North Kansas City location in March 1966 and expanding into a catalog showroom format. That was in this building. By 1976, the chain operated 3 stores in the Kansas City area and 2 in St. Louis. When I graduated from high school in 1979, one of my gifts was a shopping trip to the Dolgens on Burlington in North Kansas City, where I picked out and purchased a radio that could pick up TV signals, which for me was huge because I was truly into TV and I wanted to be able to pick up TV signals from as far away as St. Joseph, Missouri, KQTV, and WIBW Channel 13 in Topeka, Kansas. Between 1986 and 1989, all Dolgen stores were rebranded as Best Products. So why did Dolgen's fail? Well, Best Products, formerly Dolgen's, pulled out of the St. Louis and Kansas City markets in the summer of 1991, ending Dolgen's legacy. It was part of a downtown nationwide cutback involving 39 stores, leaving the company with about 171 stores in 24 states. About 1,550 people lost their jobs as a result. At the time, company spokespeople cited stiff competition in the St. Louis and Kansas City retail markets as the reason. But there was one other thing in play. In 1989, Best Products went private in a $1 1/10 billion leveraged buyout that left the company with huge debt payments. At the same time, sales were stagnant. In January 1991, the company filed for bankruptcy. Although Best Products emerged from bankruptcy in 1994, ultimately the cutbacks failed to save the chain. The firm filed for bankruptcy again in September 1996 and announced its intent in October 1996 to close all of its stores. The process of closing its stores was completed by February 1997. Appropriately enough, adjacent to the Park Lofts, formerly the Bellis Hess building, is a Burlington Northern Railroad car. The Burlington Northern train car behind the Park Lofts building in North Kansas City, Missouri is likely a Burlington Northern business car. This car was originally built in 1952 and served as a primary business car for the Burlington Northern Railroad. It was repainted to match the Amtrak scheme and later the standard BN scheme, reflecting its service area. The Burlington Northern Railroad was created in 1970 through the merger of several railroads, and its business cars were integral to its operations during that time. And of course, as we know, one of the ways in which Sears, Roebuck and Company shipped its goods was via the railroad.
Push the three middle fingers of the computer together and bend them back as far as they will go. To you.
We now leave your repurposed warehouse and bankrupt department stores, as well as a talking, glowing, artificial intelligence-infused hand to you, until the next pulsating episode of Pete Warren, Ron McCoy, is time warped.
I'll organize a countdown.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
I'm being pulled into another fantastic adventure somewhere along the infinite corridors of time. Texas Tom's. There's one near you, as the ad used to say. And at one time, Texas Tom's proliferated in the Kansas City area and then they disappeared. However, they are now back. Yes, Texas Toms, there's one near you.